mother. So okay, as a man, you got this is what we up against. This is what we up against in our culture. It's millions of angry,
Talk heavy.
broken
Talk heavy.
black men out here who have been conditioned to love a broken woman and been seeking the love of and trying to fix or heal our mothers through these women. So we kind of have been conditioned for abuse in a sense. If that make a point.
I
But then
understand.
but and so
That's a
but
great point.
again, I'm not
I love
and
abuse.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah,
going.
that's a great point. Yeah, that nigga cooking. That's a good point,
He
brother.
cooking because I
Keep
love
rocking,
abuse, and
bro.
I came from a mother, a two parent household, and I love abuse. She don't beat me. She don't love me. Keep going, brother.
Yeah, he
no,
cooking.
okay,
He
okay,
cooking.
but check me
He
out. See,
cooking.
that's what I'm saying. Okay, let's check. We have everybody didn't come from a single um mother home, but even with that, some of us come from like how can I put it, extended family. So we might was single at some point in our time in our childhood, and then these other male influences come into our life. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know,
Yes, sir.
and so both the men, young men and women growing up in these environments, we done experienced so much shit,
So,
good,
Boxy,
bad,
can
and
I ask you
fucking
one? Can I
indifferent.
ask you one question, bro? I don't want to cut you. So, when we gonna go get counseling? And
Man,
when
we
when's
need
the major?
Jesus, bro, man.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the
We
day,
getting
this is what
counseling
I
right
found.
now. This is counseling.
Check me out. This I found out, man. We got a father, bro.
Mm,
We got a
mm.
father, bro. A
Can I
Okay.
say
real
something?
Okay.
father.
What?
Well, go ahead, make your statement.
So Charlemagne the God, right? He wrote a book called Shook Ones.
Man, dope
Um
ass panel, by the way,
and
y'all. This shit lit. This shit litty.
yo,
My bad.
it,
This shit lit.
um yeah, no, okay, so don't sleep on this, y'all. Charlemagne the God, regardless of how y'all may feel about him, because he's a controversial character, right? So he wrote a book called Shook Ones, and he has his clinical therapist, right? Right. So he would write like a chapter, and then his therapist would write right after him, right? Like analyzing what he just said and like adding a therapist speech to it, whatever. And there's so many levels to it because people be like, oh, go to a therapist, go get counseling, whatever. And then so
Right, right.
then how most therapists and people in that profession, they were like the schooling that they were brought up in, right? They were brought up under racist notions that
Okay.
basically
Okay.
they didn't feel like black people were intelligent enough to feel pain on a level to where they could experience PTSD. So now they were over diagnosing them bipolar and schizophrenic, and you know what I'm saying, drugging them up with all sorts of medication for the wrong thing, not acknowledging the PTSD of all the shit that they go through. And if you look at the list, I'm trying to tell you, everybody in here it has PTSD, complex
I
PTSD. You know
agree.
what I'm saying? I'm
Man, I
not
agree
speaking.
with her.
Like,
That.
sorry,
Yeah,
let me just land my
most
plane.
definitely.
This is the layers of why it's important to know who you are and why like
Ooh, she talking heavy. She talking heavy. She talking heavy.
I'll land my
No, you talking heavy, but all I'm gonna say is that's why I say Stockholm syndrome. We don't realize, and again, when I say what I say is non-intentional to hurt. I don't believe in maybe the slavery storyline. I don't really believe in that shit, but I'm not saying it's right, wrong, indifferent. I believe in an indigenous Indian, right? But the storyline of I believe in black magic. I believe that the black people are either under a spell or under
Mm-hmm.
DNA. That's
Mm-hmm.
just me.
We the
And
children
the
of
re-
future.
and the only
It's a
reason I'm
spell
saying it is
because
because we regurgitate things. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Now, the spare the rod was when you pick your switch. Y'all know what I'm about to say. You pick your
I
switch
joined
to
your
get whipped
weapon.
by.
to
I
get a
joined.
beating.
I
You pick.
joined.
Yeah, y'all remember when Mama
Peace,
whipped
no
you?
name.
She told you to.
Mm-hmm.
Mama told you go pick the switch, right?
Go pick. Go
And when
get
you
it.
came
Pick
back
it.
and the switch was, and when the
Pick it.
switch went small, when it was smaller, she told you to pick something bigger. But your
Oh
own
no.
natural nature said to get something smaller so it won't hurt.
Hmm.
And then Mama whipped
Smaller
you.
one hurts first.
Mama whipped you when she had a bad day. And you realize that the reason you love mama so much is because that's mama. But you in your mind saying, mama, that ain't right. So the pain, the ideal of Stockholm syndrome, I keep saying it again, it's so regurgitated in our system to have a stronger callus for pain. That's why when they did those experiments, from brain experiments to heart experiments, look who the first cadavers were. The first people were, there were black people that had a higher tolerance for pain because
Hey,
they were
bro, but
subjected. They were subject.
hey,
I'm gonna land on this. I'm gonna land on
my
this.
bad.
Had a holler, you only have a
And
higher
you know what?
tolerance for. I'll land on this. I'll land on this.
I'm sorry to
Black
tell
people
you,
were
but
told.
you know what?
Can I land
Let
on
him
this,
Humanity
finish.
has
brother?
Let
tolerance
him
for
Yeah,
Can I
pain,
land?
finish.
don't matter
Can
what
I
it
finish.
land
is.
on? All
We
right. Can I
listening.
land on this? Can I land on this? Black people were told they have a higher tolerance